Hello everyone, welcome back to my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. In today's video, the topic I would like to share and discuss is about arena and exploration breakdown. So in this video, I will try to talk about and explain arena mechanics as well as the roles and types of heroes in arena or exploration, as well as useful and popular arena formations lineup in Whiteout Survival. So this video is mainly dedicated to any viewers and all my fans, especially who are arena or exploration focused players. And I'm pretty sure after watching this video until the end, you will understand everything you need to know about arena and exploration, and you can strategically form a proper strong arena team and plan ahead for every future generations, and you can easily try to maintain top 100 arena rankings even as a free-to-play player. It's completely doable. So alright, before starting this video, as usual, if you think this video is really helpful and informative, please don't forget to subscribe to my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel, as well as please like and share this video to help me out. You can also comment your thoughts and opinions in this video's comment section for further discussion about arena and exploration. So alright, now let's start today's topic about arena and exploration breakdown and mechanics. So here, either in arena or exploration, there are 5 slots or 5 positions of heroes that you can put for arena battles or exploration battles. So to properly use these 5 slots or 5 positions effectively or strategically, you first need to understand the role of heroes and the types of heroes, so that you can strategically build the balanced and perfect arena squad lineup. So let's start with infantry hero. So the infantry hero, these infantry heroes, their main role is to tank as a frontliner in your arena squad lineup and absorb damage as much as you can as a frontline hero, so that your backline damage dealers can destroy the enemy squads more efficiently. So these infantry heroes can basically be categorized into 4 main groups. So the number 1 group is tankers or tanking infantry. So these tanking infantries are basically very good at tanking and absorbing damage from the enemy's arena squad, which will give extra time for your backline damage dealers, who are mainly marksmen, to destroy enemy formation and squads. So the examples of such tanking infantries are Logan in Generation 3, or Amos in Generation 4, or Edit in Generation 7. And the second group of infantry hero, they are called hybrids infantry hero. So hybrids mean these hybrids infantries can do dual purpose in arena battle, which is they can tank as well as they also have damage dealing skills. So these hybrids infantry heroes, in my opinion, are a very useful type of infantry hero that should be always included in your arena lineup. So the Examples of such hybrid infantry heroes are Flint from Generation 2, or Hector from Generation 5, or Gadok from Generation 8. I can show you Gadok because this account has not reached Generation 8 yet. And the third group of infantry heroes, we call them pure damage dealing infantries. So this type of infantry hero is a bit peculiar type because the type of the hero is against the role of the normal usual infantry hero, which is mainly to tank and absorb damage. Because these pure damage dealing infantries are a lot softer and easier to be killed than usual tanking infantries. So these pure damage dealing infantry heroes are more useful either as a backliner infantry, especially for 3 infantry strategies, which is very useful especially during Generation 1 or 2 periods, or these pure damage dealers should be put on the front row left side, which is a less vulnerable frontline position, to show their best value. Because if you put such pure damage dealers infantries on the frontline right side, which is the least protected frontline position, they will be easily killed and they cannot deal as much damage as they should. So the examples of such pure damage dealers infantries are Geronimo and Natalia from Generation 1. Both of them are pay-to-win heroes, and you should either put Geronimo or Natalia in front row left side position here, which is a less vulnerable position, or you can put in one of the back rows either in the middle or back row right side. And also Generation 6 Woman is also one example of damage dealing infantry. Okay, and the last group of infantry hero type, we call them crowd controllers. So this type of infantry hero is also strategically useful in arena battles and arena lineup because their crowd control skills can interrupt the sqaud activation of enemy frontline heroes and their escort troops, especially if your crowd controlling infantry can survive long enough to activate his crowd control skill. So the examples for this group of infantries are Natalia from the Generation 1, who has a crowd control skill and especially a counter to sqaud in the enemy squad. So you should put Natalia in the front row slot, especially face to sqaud. That way, sqaud shield skill activation will surely be interrupted by Natalia crowd control skill as long as Natalia can survive long enough to activate her skill. And another example of this crowd controlling infantry is Edith from Generation 7, who also has the same crowd control area effect standing skill, which can disrupt the skill's activation of enemy frontline heroes and also stands groups of enemy escort troops. Alright, now as an extra, the reason why Generation 8 Infantry Gadok is one example of Beast Infantry Hero or Goat Infantry Hero in arena lineup because he is a very strong hybrid hero, which means he is not only very tanky as a frontliner, but also deals proper damage dealing infantry with debuffs enemy heroes, and also buff himself, as well as he has a useful widget exploration scale, which is a return damage scale to any attackers that attack him, especially while his she scale is active. Alright, now after talking about infantry heroes, let's switch to a lancer hero. So for the lancer hero, the main role of the lancer hero in arena or exploration lineup is to somewhat tank, especially to a little bit of kind of protect your backline damage dealing marksmen in back row right side. Plus, they can either also fulfill the role of area effect damage dealing or useful crowd control skills to disrupt enemy formations. So the lancer heroes can mainly categorize into 6 main groups. So the first group, we call them area effect damage dealing lancers. So this type of lancer is extremely strong in arena squad or lineup. Because of area effect skill, they are very good at destroying one group or one squad of enemy hero plus escort troops with their area effect damage scale, which will give you massive advantage in arena battles. The examples of such area effect damage dealing lancers are Molly from Generation 1 and Reyna from Generation 4 and Sonya from Generation 8. Okay, and the second group of lancers is called healers or support type lancer. So this type of lancer has limited usage and unfortunately will only be useful for some formations and only during some generation periods. Especially healers, healing lancer or supporting lancers are mainly useful, especially when you use 3 infantry formations or 2 frontline strong infantry tanker formation. So the reason is because these healing type lancers are very good at prolonging the survival of your frontline tanky infantries, which means it will be difficult for your enemies to break through to your backline damage dealers, because the healing scale by these lancer heroes can make your frontline tankers extremely strong and improve their survivability for long enough. But there is one exception where healers or supporters becomes basically less useful in arena lineups, especially if your enemy squads have snipers or sniping marksmen like Gwen, Wayne or Bradley, who can completely ignore your frontline tankers and directly snipe your backline damage dealing marksmen with their sniping exploration skills. So the examples of such healing lancers are Generation 2 Philly with lots of healing scale, and Also, another supporter or healing lancer is Mia, which is not as reliable as Philly for healing because she has RNG or lag-based skills. Alright, the third group of lancers are called area effect crowd controlling lancers. So this type of lancer is also strategically very useful in arena battles because they can stand or control one group of enemy squad, which includes one hero and their escort troops, as well as, if you are lucky enough, they can properly interrupt the skills activation of enemy heroes, which is very impactful in changing the outcomes of your arena battles. So the examples of such area effect crowd controlling lancers are Molly from Generation 1, Reyna from Generation 4, Nora from Generation 5, and Rini from Generation 6, and Sonia from Generation 8. Now let's go to the next group, the number 4 group of lancers, and we call them single target crowd controllers. So single target crowd controllers mean they can only control one single target, which is either one hero or one escort troop. So this type of lancer is not very reliable and is less useful in your arena battles, and you also need very good luck or RNG for them to be properly impactful in your arena battles. So personally, I'm not a fan of this group of single target crowd controlling lancer for my arena lineup. Examples are Philly from Generation 2 and Mia from Generation 3 and Rini from Generation 6. All three of them has single target crowd controlling skill. Alright, and the number 5 groups of lancers, we call them single target damage dealing lancers with debuff skills. So this type of lancer is also a little bit unpopular and less useful in arena squads or lineups because their skills only mainly affect one single target, either hero or escort troop. So they are generally weaker than lancer heroes that have area effect damage skills or area effect crowd control skills. So the examples of single target damage dealing lancers are Mia from Generation 3 and Gordon from Generation 7 and Fred from Generation 9. Now let's talk about the last and number 6 group of lancers. We call this group Demi frontline lancer or bait frontline lancer. So this type of lancer is mainly useful for players who do not have good enough second infantry for their arena squads or arena lineup. So this Demi frontline lancer or bait frontline lancer, they can serve as an alternative choice as a second infantry or second frontliner, especially on the left side in front row, which is less vulnerable position. The examples of Demi of bait frontline lancer that can be used in front row as an alternative to infantry are Mia from Generation 3, Rini from Generation 6, and also Fred from Generation 9. Alright, and as an extra, the reason why Rainer is an example of Beast Lancer or Gold Lancer for arena battles in Whiteout Survival is because she has area effect damage dealing scale, and she also has area effect crowd control scale, plus she has evasion scale, which increase her survival for prolonged period, increasing the damage output of your arena squad. Alright guys, now let's talk about Marksman's hero. So the role of the Marksman's hero in arena exploration is to deal massive damage from the backline. So the types of Marksman hero can be basically categorized into 6 main groups. So the first one, we call them area effect damage dealing marksmen. So the any marksman that has an area effect damage scales are extremely strong and very useful in arena battles or arena lineup. They are very good at breaking enemy frontline formations, especially they can probably counter enemy infantry squad. So the examples of area effect damage dealing marksmen are Alonso from Generation 2 and Greg from Generation 3 and Wayne from Generation 6, who is also a sniping marksman as well as area effect damage marksman. And the same for the Guan. They are snipers as well as area effect damage marksmen. And Bradley. But the difference between sniping marksmen and area effect damage marksmen is the sniping marksmen first use their sniping exploration skill to destroy the backline of the enemy arena squad, while the normal area effect damage dealing marksmen first target the frontline enemy infantry squad. So that's only the difference. So the second group, I've already mentioned them. They are called, the second group of marksmen are called area effect snipers. So this is another type of marksman that is strategically useful and extremely strong in arena battles. Their main advantage is that they can snipe enemy backline damage dealers with their exploration skills while completely ignoring enemy frontline infantries. So if you can snipe or instant kill one group of enemy backline damage dealer with such snipers like Bradley, Wayne, or Quan, you will have serious, massive advantage in your arena battles. Examples are Juan from Generation 5, Wayne from Generation 6, and Bradley from Generation 7, who are sniping marksmen. So the third group of marksmen, we call them area effect crowd controllers or area effect crowd controlling marksmen. This type of marksman is also strategically very useful in arena battles because they can control or stand one enemy group or squad, which includes one hero plus their escort troops, as well as these crowd control area effect scale can interrupt the scales activation of enemy heroes with lucky timing. So the examples of this group are Alonso from Generation 2, Greg from Generation 3, and Hendrik from Generation 8. Alright, the number 4 type of marksman is called single target damage dealing marksman. This type of marksman is generally weaker and less useful in arena battles or arena lineup because of the lack of area effect scale. So the examples of such single target damage dealing marksmen are Bahiti in Generation 1 and Lin from Generation 4, both of which are weaker marksmen in arena squads or arena lineup. And number 5 group of marksmen, we call them healing marksmen. So these healing marksmen, they are also strong and strategically useful for arenas, lineups, and arena battles because they can stay in the back line in protective position and they can heal your frontline tankers or infantries as long as they survive long enough. So the examples of these groups are Alonso from Generation 2, who has a widget exploration scale that has a healing effect, and Sura from Generation 9. Alright, the number 6 group or the last group of marksmen, we call them supporting marksmen or supporters. This type of marksmen is mainly useful for some strategic purpose. They are not your main damage dealer marksmen, but they can either somehow counter the enemy debuff scales or overall buff or improve your squad's damage output. Still, for these supporting marksmen to be properly impactful in your arena battles, you need some extremely lucky timing. The examples of supporting marksmen are Lin from Generation 4, who can not only buff your arena squads but also can clear the enemy debuff scales. And another supporting marksman is Sura from Generation 9, who also has buffing or supporting scales which will improve your squad's damage output. Alright, as an extra, as usual, the reason why Alonso is one of the best marksman or gold marksman hero for arena battles, especially during Generation 2 to Generation 4 period, because this fisherman has multiple abilities that are designed mainly for arena battles, which are area effect damage scale, area effect crowd control scale, plus additional healing scale. Alright guys, so the first part of this video finish here, which is about the roles and types of heroes in arenas of exploration. Now, the second part, I will talk about the arena formations and arenas slots. So before discussing this, first you need to properly understand the strengths and weakness of 5 positions or 5 spots in arena and exploration. So for the front row, we have 2 spots, front row left side and front row right side. And we have 3 spots in the back row, which is back row left side, back row middle, and back row right side. So among the front row 2 spots position, you should always put your proper tanky infantry hero with your best infantry gear sets, especially on this front row right side position, because that position is the least protected position, frontline position, and you will receive and absorb damage from 3 enemy heroes attacks out of their 5 heroes. So whoever stays in front row right side position must be tanky. You can either use proper tankers like Edit or Amos in this position, or hybrid heroes, strong hybrid heroes like Hector, Gadok in this front row right side position. And for the front row left side position is the more protected position in for your second infantry. So for that position, you should put either hybrid heroes who can also damage deal somewhat to enemies, or pure damage dealing infantries like Geronimo or Woolman or Natalia. And for the back row, the least protected position is the back row right side, and this position is especially mainly for either for lancers or another marksmans, depending on your depending on enemy lineup position. And this back row middle is the second most protected position in the back row, and the most protected position is in the back row is back row left side position, where you normally put your highest damage dealing marksman in this most protected left side back row position. However, when the snipers metas come starting from generation 5, this position will no longer be a most protected position for your marksmen, and the most protected position for your highest damage dealing marksmen switch from back row left side to back row middle, especially when sniper metas come. Anyway, so now I will start talking about popular and most perfect or balanced arena formations, and also other useful popular arena or exploration formations in Whiteout Survival. So the number one arena formations that I think which is the best or most balanced is 2 infantry, 1 lancer, and 2 marksman formation, like this. So 2 infantry, 1 lancer, and 2 marksmen. So because the reason I think this position is the best, this formation is the best one, because it has proper tanks as well as damage dealers, plus at least 1 crowd controller. For this formation to properly work, you need at least 1 proper tanking infantry, with second infantry either being hybrid or damage dealing type. And your lancer should be damage dealing type or crowd control type, or even healing support type, depending on which heroes you have and which generations you are currently in. And for your 2 marksmen, you need at least 1 strong marksman with area effect damage scale or area effect sniping scale, and your second marksman can be second strong marksman with area effect crowd control scale or healing or supporting marksmen, depending on the heroes you have. And the other popular formations in Whiteout Survival for arena and exploration is 2 infantry, 2 lancer, and 2 marksmen, and 1 marksman, like this. So for this formation, you need one of your lancers. For this formation, you need one of your lancers to be area effect damage type, so that it can somehow solve your problem of not having enough damage for using only 1 marksman. And your second lancer can either be crowd control type or healing support lancer. And the another useful formation in arena is 1 infantry, 2 lancer, and 2 marksmen, like this. For this formation, you need one of your lancers as demi lancer or bait frontline lancer, so to somehow leverage the lack of your second infantry for your arena formation. And your one and only infantry should be strong tanky type or hybrid type to properly absorb damage from enemy squads, rather than the pure damage dealing infantry. Otherwise, if you use your pure damage dealing infantry for this only 1 infantry formation, your arena formation will be very weak compared to other players. And there are also some peculiar arena formations that are useful only in certain generation and some limited conditions. One example is called 3 infantry formation, which is extremely strong and useful, especially during generation 1 and 2 period. So it includes Sergei, a combination of Sergei, Flint, Natalia or Geronimo, 3 out of 4 infantry hero. You can use 3 out of 4 these 4 infantries and use 3 of them as a 3 infantry technique. For that one, you should always put your Geronimo or Natalia as a backliner to deal more damage and to show their best value for 3 infantry formations. Unfortunately, for these 3 infantry formations, you must be a big spender or medium level spender to get either at least 4-star Geronimo or 4-star Natalia with proper widgets level, at least level 5+. And the another peculiar arena or exploration formations that is somewhat useful in Gen 4 or 5 period is 3 marksman formation, especially for free-to-play players and low spenders who would love to include Lin in their arena lineup. So here, Lin, Alonso, or Lin Alonso Greg, or Lin Alonso Guan, or Lin Greg Guan. You can use 3 marksman formation in a back row, where for the Lin is a supporting marksman on back row right side, and for the next 2 back row positions, you want high damage dealer marksmen with area effect damage scales or crowd control scales. However, for this 3 marksman formation to be somewhat useful, it's important that you must use pretty strong tanky infantry heroes in your front line to show the best value of this 3 marksman formation. Because if you are lacking proper tanky front line in your arena lineup, your 3 marksman formation will be less useful and less impactful. And also the problem is that this 3 marksman formation is only mainly useful especially during generation 4 and maybe in generation 5 somewhat, but after more introductions of snipers or sniping marksmen like gen 6 or 7, you shouldn't use these 3 marksman formation anymore, because the enemy squads were at least 2 snipers who are either Gwen plus Wayne or Gwen plus Bradley or Wayne plus Bradley in their arena lineup, which can easily snipe your backline marksmen. So alright guys, this video is a little bit long, and thank you so much for watching this video until the end and listening to all the things and explanations I have talked about arena and exploration. And I'm pretty sure this will be extremely useful for all arena focused players in Whiteout Survival, whether you are a free to play or a low spender or medium spender or whales. By understanding the things I have explained in this video, you can perfectly and strategically build a proper and strong arena lineup or arena team, and you can plan ahead for your future generations. Alright guys, thank you so much and best of luck in your arena battles. Bye bye.